Hey guys, welcome to the Dinner Convo. I'm super excited to see all of you. What?
Sure. That's our part,
That's
man.
our part, man. Yeah.
That's
our
actually our
part, man.
part.
But you guys didn't do it. That's I thought and
Yeah. No problem. You'll be our
You seem
guest.
pretty excited.
Yeah.
I am.
Thank you.
My
No
first
problem.
time.
You can
Okay.
calm down.
Well, hi guys, welcome to the Dinner Convo.
Okay, yeah,
Nice to have five of you here.
we'll take it over. Thank you, Charles. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, when it's your turn, we'll come back. Okay. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the Dinner Convo. This is our 6th episode. We're very excited. We never knew it would come this way. No, although it's just 6 episodes, but we never knew it would come this far, alhamdulillah. And please be upon you all. And I'm very excited for today's episode. And as usual, I have forgotten how to talk. Fardin, what day is it today?
It's
Yeah,
Saturday.
I wanted to ask that question to show how bad Fardin's creativity is. He can't come up with creative answers. So, no problem. But our today's guest is actually very, very creative. Before we introduce him, we're going to let Adil talk about the annoying part of the podcast where we tell you guys to subscribe. The usual spam that's in our everyday. So Adil, please do the honors of this annoying part.
Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video.
See, even he is tired of doing this particular.
Yes, man. This is very boring. The most boring part.
Let's move on to the introduction.
Let's move on.
Okay, guys.
And you're just making the intro
Charles
too
is
long.
leading.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sounds impatient. Okay, guys. I guess for today's episode. What the heck was this? Our guest for today's episode is actually one of the most talented YouTuber you'll see. He produces short videos, and most of them which range from 2, 3, 4 minutes long, and each of them gets 1 million views because trust me, they're worth it. So he is. I actually don't really know where he's from because he lives in Thailand, but his name says he's French. But whatever. Without any further ado, let's introduce Charles the French. Welcome, Charles.
Hi. Thanks for having me. Thanks for
Hey, man.
Hey,
How are you doing?
What's up?
I'm doing good. Fardin. So wait, what are your names? Because I need to know your names. Okay. So
I'm Fardin.
okay.
This is Anaf.
Anaf. Okay.
And
You
you
are
want to go with him? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
Sean.
fine. His son. Yes.
Chan.
I'm fine.
Okay. And Adian is the editor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the
Yes.
mastermind behind our fantastic videos.
Okay. But we don't see his face.
No, we don't.
No.
No.
He's pretty much anonymous. Yes. The fact that you just said his name is going to reveal all his information.
I mean, it's written. Well, that's almost.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So Charles, thank you for joining us. It's a huge honor. You're a very busy person. The fact that you made it to this particular show is
It's huge for us.
Exactly.
I mean,
Definitely.
it's really fun that you guys are. You guys got like really nice guests. I saw you guys got Mark Waynes, which is great. It's great that he said yes to you. He said no to me, so it's great. It's no, I mean we were talking a while ago about making a video together, but we didn't follow it up. So it's it's a collaboration
That's
that
pretty
might happen.
Oh,
But that was like
interesting.
yeah, that was 2 years ago, and we haven't spoken since. So,
I remember your video with Nas Daily.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was fun.
That was awesome. That was great. Okay,
Filming this video was really. We filmed this. The concept of this video. He somehow took time out of his really busy day to like meet us. So he was in time for like 2 or 3 days, I think. And then there was a day where he had to go like film a video because he was sponsored by a company like brought him to Thailand, and he told us, I'll have I absolutely don't have time for you guys, and then he's like, unless you come at my hotel and we film at 7 a.m. So that's exactly what we did. Like he woke up. And like he's like on the video you don't really see it, but he has like a normal t-shirt, like his casual 35% life t-shirt, and then he's wearing like pajamas at the bottom. It's like he has like the shorts that he sleeps with because he had just gotten out of bed, and we filmed this in front of his hotel, the hotel lobby. Cars are being dropped. Yeah, and like it was really fast shoot that we because he had to go after us. We filmed it in like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you come up with the idea like then and then? That's awesome. The idea for that video, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
the idea for that video, I except for the last scene, which is Tara doing like that gay Thai accent. But except for that last scene, yeah, I wrote everything. When I read the news that Nas was coming to Thailand, I contacted him and I say, hey, you're coming. I'd love to have. It would be great if we could meet. And then he's like, oh, dude, I love what you guys do. I'd love to meet you guys. And so immediately, as soon as I told her the news, I just took out my laptop and I wrote the entire video. And then later, that I was like, hey, it's missing some kicker endings. So we added his character at the end. He wrote that final scene at the end, which I think takes the video to another level. But yeah, and you know what was funny too, when our first time meeting Nas, he was doing a fans meetup. Right, he was doing a meetup for his fans in a park in Thailand, and he told me, hey, why don't you guys just come? Let's meet before we film the video. Let's just meet. So why don't you guys come to my meetup, right? And so we're like, yeah, sure. We showed up, and then there were some TV channels and TV cameras that day because for him, right? And then we do like a long line behind the fans, like with his fans, and then we meet Nas and he's like, all right, so you guys have a video concept, okay? What is the video concept? Okay, go ahead, you have 5 minutes, and we have like to explain the video concept to him in front of his fans, in front of like TV cameras. We're like super stressed. We're trying to explain it. We're like, well, it's so imagine you're filming a video and I like bother you. And I know that what I'm saying is not funny. I know it's going to be funny once edited and once filmed, but explaining it sounds super lame. And like, so it'd be fun if I bother you like a couple times and then Tara at the end, he acts like hell. So what do you say? and then yeah, and he said yes because he knows the result. He knows how the result looks. But to anyone who was around us listening to that conversation, they probably thought that we were really like just two losers, just like trying, like looking really stupid in front of Nas. But yeah, really, really, really fun to work with Nas. He's really upbeat. It's like you have to follow his he's really energetic even at 7 a.m. He's really energetic. Yeah, super fun to work with him.
Fantastic. That's a great story. I mean, you don't see it on YouTube. It's great that we heard now. So speaking of YouTube, Charles, let's talk about how you started YouTube. Like your beginnings, how you came up with the idea and stuff like that.
Well, how I whoa. So I started making. I've always been making short movies for fun. Like even ever since I got my first camera for my 10th birthday. Like my mom, they bought me like a really small video camera. Nowadays the small cameras like film amazing quality, but like the one that I had when I was 10 like could film in like 480, like that was the maximum, like the highest quality to film. And so I've always been making like short movies for fun at home, because I grew up in the middle of nowhere. Like I grew up in like a farm with no one around, so I had to be creative on my own. And I've always had fun, making short movies by myself and playing all the characters. And then I think it was in 2011 or 2012, I started a YouTube channel in French. So back then I was still, they were in French, and no success at all. Like no one cared. I just like the only views were like my classmates that I forced them to watch the videos. I'm like, you watch this.
You know the feeling.
Yeah, and that was it. And nothing happened. Then in 2013 I left for the US because I studied in the US for a year, and that's when I was doing some corporate magic events because you guys know I'm a magician. That's my daily job. It's my job. If you didn't know, my job is
Your
professional.
first video was
Oh.
about a magic trick or something in your YouTube channel.
Yeah. It was one of my promo videos. So that was it. So I needed I needed a channel to just like put that clip there, and that's when I created that Charles the French channel. But fast forward in 2016, February 2016, that's when the Charles the French adventure sort of started. You guys want to hear the story on how it just started?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
reason why, yeah, it was an accident. I never thought, honestly, never thought it would happen. So it was, who is honking? Bunch of annoying cars.
Someone
Who is
lives next.
who is
That's all me.
who is-
I'm in the middle of
who lives
nowhere.
in the garage?
That's
it
not
wasn't
me.
me. It wasn't me. My room is completely
not me.
silent.
Yeah. Excuses. Yeah. So, anyways, wait, I forgot to ask you. Where you guys are from Bangladesh, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
We're
Bangladesh.
from Bangladesh.
When Bangladesh, Dhaka?
Yes,
we're,
Yeah,
Dhaka.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dhaka, okay.
We're actually from the same area in Dhaka as well. We were from this,
Yeah.
this residential area called Bosantara. We all live in the
Bosantara.
And somehow you're streaming from different rooms, like you didn't want to. Like you're probably neighbors to each other, right? Like you're probably all, like if you all zoom out, you're all next to each other. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, the way it started, I was in university, and I was waiting for a class to start, right? I had while waiting for a class to start, it was one of the first classes of the term, and I was just in my own thoughts, and I was like, hey, what would be the perfect class? Like when that teacher enters, what could be the best thing that she could say? And I wrote a script, and that became what I would love to hear in class, which is the very first video that I put it. And then the teacher texted all of us, because there was a group chat, right? That in my university worked like that, group chat for everybody, probably in yours too. And she texted in the group and she said, "Hey guys, sorry, I'll be 20 minutes late." Okay. And as soon as all the students hear that, they all stand up, they sit on the tables, and they start talking loud. And I kind of had that, so I isolated myself in a separate room with the guy who was sitting next to me that I knew. His name is Diane, and I just said, it's too loud. Okay, I'm just gonna go in the separate classroom. You want to come along? And he came along, and then I was like, okay, let's film that. And I just put my phone on the side like that. He was holding it like this on the side, like on the side of the table. He was holding it like that, as if it was like on a stand, but we had no stand. I had no stand. And then I just asked him to read the script I had written, and I would just like react like that. That's good. And then later, I recorded my voice with my headphones, and on the way back home, I put it all together. I uploaded it, and overnight it got 10,000 views on Facebook, which is like it's something that just surprises you. So you're just like, hey, what, why, how? And then I took the decision. I was like, hey, I'm gonna make one video every Tuesday just for fun. Let's make a video like that once a week. And then for the second and third video, I kind of took it to the next level with like a really good editing and everything. And then that's when I was like, okay, well, that's becoming a lot more than just like a skit where I'm sitting in a classroom. So in the third video, I think Tada was in it. I asked him to act one of the characters. And then from I think the sixth video onwards, I asked him to direct. And then later now he's a co-writer and a co-director with me.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was a great story. I mean, you never know how accidents turn into awesome things like your YouTube channel. And,
yeah, I mean, and it's just really us having fun, and that's all that matters. I think it's really us to just having fun. Like there's no, we never cared about the views. Like I cared about. I think I cared about the views. Like I think twice since we started the video adventure. I cared about the views with the very first video, because that's when you're like, oh wow, okay, some people are watching. Okay, well, that's a lot of views. Okay, so let's do something. No, 3 times I cared about this. The first time we reached 1 million views, that's something where you're like, okay, this is good, like you care about it. And the time when we did the iPhone 7 video, which I don't know if you guys were, I don't know if you guys were following what we did back then. It was in September.
You watch the recent iPhone videos, like the
Yeah.
one where you just
But that one, the one I'm talking about is how the iPhone 7 should have been announced.
all right,
Which
okay.
became like it was I couldn't believe it. It became a hit on Facebook. Like on Facebook it got 50 million views.
Oh,
Whoa.
So
that's
it's like,
insane.
yeah. And when that happens to you, when you're like we basically on the iPhone 7 video, no video went higher. Like all the videos from like Stephen Colbert, like all the other TV shows and stuff like that who posted videos, like no one went higher than that. And so that just something where you're like, it's like we literally had like 1 million view, 1 extra million every hour. It's like for me, I wasn't really caring, but my dad kept calling me every hour. It was like, hey, you got that much? You got that much? Yeah, you got that much? Oh yeah, 10 million. Okay. And, 12 million. Good. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. So back to okay. So Charles, we actually do this thing with we've started this from the 4th episode. We have this rapid fire round. It did not have a name, but last episode, JB wrote one from Zach and Jay show, a British YouTuber who like very popular. They have like 700,000 subscribers. They're awesome. He named the show. So this segment of the show, we call it the Why Wait round. All right. The Why Wait round. So basically, we'll be one of us will be asking you a series of questions, like very fast. Like one of those rapid fire rounds. Those questions we'll be asking you them in a span of a minute 30 seconds. All right, and we'll just see. A minute 30. Yeah. We'll just see how many questions you can answer, and then you will basically compete with the other guests who actually partook in this.
Are they like? They are actual right answers, or is it questions about me? What is it?
No, it's just about it. No,
General question.
It's not like a quiz, right? It's not a quiz where
No.
No, because if I ended up making videos, it's because I wasn't really intelligent to be in quizzes. Okay, that's just that's.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so we'll just get the timer going, and no pressure, Charles. It's regular.
No pressure, but we'll get the timer going, and you have someone to beat, okay? But no pressure.
Yeah, highest score is actually 17 questions. It was answered by a French beatboxer, actually. His name is Brez. He answered 17 questions. The second
17.
highest. Yeah, 17 questions. The second one was done by JB, who named our show, respectfully.
He got 11.
He got 11, so if you get more than 11, you'll be second. Or if you just get less than 11, you'll be third. More than 17, you'll get first. So you get the truth. All right. Okay. I'm sorry if I make mistakes while doing this, because this is a 3rd episode doing it. I'm still not good at it. Okay. So Charles, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Charles, what is the origin behind your YouTube name?
That takes like 3 minutes to answer this question.
all right. Start good.
Okay, we'll start again.
Yeah, okay.
Charles, are we more Thai or more French?
Me, I'm more French, definitely.
What is one thing about France that you miss?
The country itself, just the beautiful landscapes, the language, of course, how mean people are to each other. That's a really inspiration.
Would you rather be a magician or a comedian?
Magician, because I put comedy and magic in the magic I do. So. Yeah.
What is your favorite video from your channel?
As of now, the new James Bond actor.
Wow, fantastic. Who's your favorite actor?
His name is Louis de Funès. He's a French actor. He died in 1983.
Do you play football? I mean, soccer, football.
Used to when I was a kid. I stopped at 12.
Do you play any sports?
Now, not really. I just go to the gym to stay healthy. But back when I was when I was younger, I used to ride horses a lot, and I am a karate brown belt as well.
What is your favorite outdoor activity now?
Outdoor activity?
Yeah.
Running. Yeah.
If you could kick Tada out of your channel, would you do that?
If I what?
If you were to kick Tada out of your channel for $1 million, would you do that?
I don't know who Tada is. No, no, I don't think I would. No, he's as much part of this channel as I am.
Well, yeah, we just wanted to confuse you so that you could get less scores. You know, that's the point. We'll try to bring your scores down, right? So, Charles, how many questions do you think you've answered?
What? I've answered 7.
7. Oh, okay. So you actually exceeded your expectations then. You answered 9 questions.
Nine questions.
Nine
questions.
9 questions.
Yeah.
Good job. You made it to the 3rd spot in our leaderboard. Congratulations, Charles. That's fantastic.
There's
I mean,
only
you
like
never-
3 people.
Yeah.
Because there was no questions that I could answer with one word.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Sorry for
Then-
that. But, you know,
I'm
the
a
challenge-
very I tend to detail things too much.
Yes, I understand. You know, no problem.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
Tada part was undoubtedly very funny. That was awesome. All right. So okay. Speaking of which, so what? And if you guys want to contribute or sit there, you know, because we were talking about a lot about what to ask this guy, you know, because he's got so
So,
many stories. So yeah.
Okay, Fardan, go ahead.
Charles, recently, I think it was a month ago, you released a comedy album called From the Earth to the Uranus. So how did you get that idea of, making the album? Like, what made you do this?
Well, I've always, I think it was since 2013, I've always, I just love making music. I've always been, making music, but I've never really released it for anyone. I didn't, because I'm always, I'm a really shy person, believe it or not. But I don't like actually, I was like super shy about the music that I did. So up until then, the music that I composed, I only used them as background tracks for the videos, for some of the videos, or if you came, if you ever see us live on tour, the music that you hear in the background are always composed by me, or like so it's well, I mean, because this way you avoid copyright issues. And yeah, it's just during the quarantine, I was looking, I had nothing to do, literally. I literally had nothing to do. And after I was done, I made the viral song for fun, right? And after the fans showed so much support regarding the viral song, I was like, okay, maybe I could make another song. So I started I started like working on another song that became Keep Your Mask On. And as I was working on it, I was like, hey, I made all the songs, and I just went through all the demos, because when you make music, there's like a bunch of demos, and I have like probably 50, 60 different demos that never mounted to anything. And then I just found those demos, and then I started hearing them, and I selected 25 of them, and I was like, okay, I'm going to make that. I'm going to refine those. I'm going to write lyrics for some of them. And then so I worked on 25 songs, and then I selected the tracks that I thought would be the best, and that was the 17 tracks that ended up making the album.
Which one is your favorite out of the 17?
That's awesome.
What?
Which one is your favorite out of the 17?
One Day.
Oh wow, yeah.
One Day, which I
Guys, you
think
should-
I don't know when you guys are releasing this, but tomorrow, which is August 9th or 10th, right? What was it? August 9th, we're releasing the music video for One Day.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
That's
great.
cool.
There
fantastic.
you go. No.
Yeah.
I'll
I
definitely
watched
watch.
like where you want to kill I want to kill with you someone with you that
the
song.
Perfect Love Song.
Yeah.
Perfect Love Song was, I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that, but I really was like, because I do a lot of like I told you guys, I'm a magician. I'm a comedy magician. So I do when it's not, when there are no times, when there were no times of quarantine, my daily routine is to do shows every night, right? I'm pretty much on stage every night, and I do comedy magic every night on stage. Like I do for either like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, or sometimes corporate events. And that night I was like, I wanted to, there was a guitar on the side, and I was like, hey, what can I wanted like to sing a song to the audience, like, just for fun as a well. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a song where I'm like pretending to hit on a girl in the audience. And I was like, what is the worst love song that I could probably write? And it's in a comedy club. In a comedy club, people like laugh at different stuff than online, right? So you can go really hard in a comedy club. So that's why that song has those lyrics. And the first time I performed that song, well, you saw it, right? I put it the live version. That was the first time I ever performed that song, and people just went, yeah, people just laughed really hard. I was scared, like when I was about to sing that song, because I had no idea what it would sound like. And then just the idea to make it a studio version later.
Fantastic.
Well, Charles, what are some of the challenges that you face while shooting videos?
Well, when shooting videos, no, I don't think there's any challenges. When filming, there's no challenges at all. Well, the only challenges is just when,
Editing?
A lot of times we work with, if it's just a video when it's just Tada and I, or just me on camera and Tada's filming, there's no challenges at all, because when writing a script, we sort of have a vision of how it's going to look. The only challenges is when we work with other people, like as in well, NAS wasn't a problem, but like when we work with, for example, actresses, like usually the actresses that we take, they do a lot of drama work, or sad movies or stuff. So yeah, I mean, the saying, right? A comedy actor can act pretty much any genre, but a drama actor can only act drama. I found that's kind of true. So like you sort of have to sort of guide them through and really, really direct them. Because like you say action, and then it's really not how you expect it. So you have like sort of guide them through. Another challenge when filming, sometimes finding the locations. Like when it was in a classroom, it's kind of easy. Many of the videos are filmed either at my place or at Tada's place. But yeah, it's just the challenges are during writing, I'd say. That's the biggest part of it.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, so I really don't know much about your field of work, right? So we might be missing out on something important to ask you. So like, if you were in my place, what would you ask yourself?
Yeah.
You have done your work. You have done your homework. You've studied about the guest. Very good. So what? I don't know. What?
This wasn't scripted at all. Trust me.
Yourself.
It was shocked. Trust me, we didn't script any of these. We didn't even know he was going to come up with that question. We ourselves are shocked.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What? I don't know. Why would I ask myself? Why would I? I don't know. Literally, I don't know.
Okay, so then like, let me ask you, like, how do you come up with such ideas for your skits?
What I would wait, I'll answer the question. What I would ask myself is how do we come up with ideas for skits, right? That's what I would ask.
Okay.
Exactly what you're saying. How do we come up with ideas for skits? Very good question. And there's no real recipe. What we try to do most of the time, it's literally just Tara and I talking, or just us just living our lives like on our own. And then I don't know. For example, I'll take an example with, I don't know, my favorite video that we currently have, which is the new James Bond actor. Like it was me. I was reading news about the new James Bond being postponed, and I was like, let's do something about James Bond. Okay. And then I just thought of that opening sequence that I absolutely love, and I was like, hey, well, let's make fun of that. And I called Tada, and I was like, okay, let's do that. What do you say? And he said yes. So that's the idea. And then I have like a list of topics like on my phone, like in my notes. I have like so many of them. And
Is it like confidential stuff? Like
you'll never know. No. Let me see. Wait. Let me.
Yeah, sure, take it out. No problem. We'll be happy to see
No, but
it.
like there's stuff that we never did. There are also some videos that we filmed but never released too, because it's like, well, you know, we don't. Here's a topic: when you lose your keys. What would I don't know. Maybe one day you'll see that. I don't know. Maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know very well when that comes out. You know, it will bring back a lot of memories.
Yeah, it was here. It was here. But or like here, there's some lines that I used. Uh, I don't know.
Yeah. Good thing the Stoke twins aren't there. You never know what would have happened then.
You never know. You always go right, because if you don't write it down or don't record like a voice memo, you're gonna forget. Because the good ideas, they always come when you never expect them. For real. Sometimes it's sad.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're having like a really serious meeting like this one, and then you get and then you get like an idea, and you're like, hey, and then you write it down, and otherwise you're gonna forget.
Did you get one now? Did you get like a very interesting idea now while we're having this podcast?
Yeah. How not to do a Zoom interview? I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's cool.
Oh, that's great.
I'm pretty sure you know, you could take our example as like the worst type of hosts, you know, we're pretty bad.
No. You guys are good. You guys are. I'm not. Don't worry. I've had a lot worse. I've had like really people who had no idea how to interview at all, or who just like it's like when you're an MC or something. Many MCs make the mistake, especially the beginners, right? They have like a set of questions, and they are only focused on their questions, and they're not really focused on making the guest comfortable or having a conversation with the guest. So it's like super uncomfortable, and they don't even care about your answer. It's like I've had one, like they were like, oh, could you please introduce yourself? And I'm like, okay, well, my name is Charles French. I'm 24. I'm a comedian, and my professional job is to be a magician. And then they're like, okay, so next question, what is your job?
Oh.
It's like
it's like a job.
They're so into that. So it's so that's not even paying attention. So you guys are not being bad hosts at all.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, Charles, you and at the end of the day, the point of this podcast is to motivate and inspire people, make them happy. The happy aspect, I'm pretty sure we've done it with your awesome jokes and your presence at the least. And talk about motivation. What keeps you going? Were there any moments in life where you felt very low, but you keep on working and God?
I mean, yeah. What moments where I felt really low, aside from right now? No. Great. I'm kidding. I'm loving this. We're talking for the next 2 hours. I hope you guys know. No, moments when you feel low is when you, like I was telling you guys, the ideas can come whenever, and if Tara and I, we have refused that to force creating. It's like, many YouTubers, like, they have to, because many YouTubers, well, let's face it, a lot of YouTubers do that for money, right? Because it pays, right? And like, if you release like one video every day, like one vlog every day, then you can build like your audience, and YouTube likes that. And the video has to be 10 minutes long, hence you say like a lot of boring stuff so that you can put like more than one ad in it, stuff like that. But Tara, we've refused that, because I don't want people to, like, every time we make a video, we want it to be the best video ever, like every time. That's our mindset, and that's why sometimes there's like a whole month without any videos, because if we have no ideas, we literally don't do them. That's it. And sometimes we're gonna have like 4 ideas in a row, and that's it. Boom! In like 2 weeks, you get 4 videos, which sometimes it happens, and sometimes nothing for a month. It's something you can't control. And what the moments when you feel down is when you have no inspiration, and when you have your fans like who message you, hey, when is your next video? Are you out of ideas? I think I think you've lost your touch. I think you were funny 2 years ago, or something like that. So that it's tough to ignore. You have to, but yeah, when you have no when you have no inspiration, it's tough. Also, one of the moments that I didn't like as well is when we had to cancel that tour date in Dhaka. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh,
Oh,
you're supposed to come here. Whoa. Oh my God.
What?
I mean,
Yes,
I didn't know
you
that.
guys have absolutely done your homework. So on,
we started watching you like when you were from like a year back, and we absolutely loved you. And the fact that like the thing is, the reason we didn't do any research on your past is because like this is him now. We're gonna ask him about him now, and then he's gonna take us to his past.
So in like I said, I'm a comedy magician, and I wrote like a comedy magic show because I wanted to come see our fans, right? Tal and I, we really wanted to come see our fans, and we were going to tour. We toured in 2019. The whole of 2019 was lots of videos and lots of touring. So we went. Sorry, I'm thinking too many things at a time. Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dinner Convo.
No,
from the very beginning.
we can start from
Okay, so yeah, I wrote a comedy magic show because I wrote like a comedy magic show that's an hour and a half long because I wanted to tour. We wanted to tour. We wanted to come see the fans, but I've never really enjoyed the idea of just showing up in a country to do a meetup. Right? For me, it's like it's like if you go to a country to go see the fans, and you have to give them something. So I was like, I would rather have them be even more entertained than they are when they watch our videos. So like they sit in the theater and they are really entertained for almost 2 hours. And so that's what, yeah. So we toured Cambodia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that tour. I was actually seeing that today. Like I was going through this.
So that was in February. Very, very fun. Huge tour. It was huge. And then following that, when we were on tour, because those 5 countries are the countries that follow us the most, right? So that's why. So we knew that if we showed up there, we would, because obviously when you go to a country, you don't want to. Well, we didn't do it to make money, but we don't want to lose money. You know what I mean? So it's just logical decision. And then later we planned the second tour, and we announced that we would go to Vietnam, India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. So we announced, and Dhaka was planned for September 21st, 2019.
Oh, 2019. Okay.
So that's when it was planned, and a week before I had to cancel. It was the only tour date that I had to cancel. We had to cancel it because of the organizers who did something really.
I'm very sorry. We're sorry from on behalf of Bangladesh.
Because it's people that we knew in our university, but they they organized events before in Dhaka, so it's like it's just they didn't know what it took to organize an event like that, to organize like a tour date. It's like they forgot to take care of one. Well, I mean, I can say it now because it's it's before I said nothing, but yeah. before I had to do the statement like, due to unforeseen circumstances, we have to cancel this. Okay, but now here's the truth. But I need to say no. It's just we they told us yeah, we'll bring you there. You guys take care of your flights, which I did, and we'll take care of your visas, right? Because we know people there, and you just have to give us your passport, and we'll take care of your visas. And getting a visa to Bangladesh takes 2 weeks to get it delivered, and a week before, I messaged them and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. We're ready to go. We have our flight tickets and stuff. Here's our flight number. This is when we're landing. And then I'm asking about the visas, and then they said, oh, you guys didn't take your visas.
Oh wow. Oh damn.
So we, as soon as we heard that, Tal and I, we rushed to the Bangladeshi embassy. Like we rushed there and we tried everything we could to to give that, but we couldn't. So we didn't we were not going to come illegally to Bangladesh, obviously. So it was safe to cancel it. But hopefully we'll be back. I don't know when we'll be back, but hopefully when the COVID thing is over, we'll do again. We'll do India and Bangladesh on tour.
Yeah, this time when we'll come to your
we'll be
tour,
waiting for that.
you'll definitely know us. Yeah, we'll be happy. Probably we will be the only people from the tour, from that tour, who has actually had a conversation with you, which is really awesome.
I mean, I'll message you if we ever announce it again.
Sure. Wow. Pardon wanted to ask something direly. He texted me before this meeting. I want to ask this. So pardon, go ahead.
So, Charles, you have been doing YouTube for like more than 6 years?
Yeah, no. I opened the channel in December 2013, but that was just to upload like 2 or 3 magic promos. And then the channel was like dead in 2014, 2015. No, 2015 mostly. And then I picked it up again in February in February 2016 when that adventure started. But at first, because you guys know us from YouTube, right?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So at first we were well, I don't want to say big, but we had a lot of success on Facebook at first. At first, the videos were really successful. From in 2016, 2017, we were always like going viral. I hate that term. We were always getting so many shares on Facebook, right? And then Facebook, and then obviously the videos that we do, they were always for our age group, right? Which is why sometimes the jokes go to next level, but the videos that we do are always for our age group, and back then everyone that we knew of our age group was using Facebook, so that's why we were on Facebook, right? But then those people sort of migrated to Instagram. Like not a lot of people use Facebook anymore, sadly. I mean, they still have the accounts, but it's like they just scroll like just once in a while just to check the messages or check the notifications. But they don't I think that scrolling that we used to do, that we now do on Instagram, we don't do it anymore on Facebook. So then from like in the beginning of 2018, we just saw like no one was watching our videos on Facebook anymore. Like it's just like when you go from having 1 million views overnight when you upload a video to having like 40,000 views, it's like it gets you worried a bit. But luckily, like a month after, we saw the views on YouTube going high. We didn't understand why at first. It's the videos that, just the same videos that we uploaded before, just people just started seeing them, and then that was it. So it's like we went from, I think in 2018, in 2018, we had like 60,000 subscribers. And now we are like at 500,000, I think.
Yeah.
So there have been a few years you are in YouTube, so I think there have been fair share of success and failure. So is there a moment like what is your biggest failure and what you have learned, or so you have learned something from it?
Failure, I mean, it depends what you consider a failure, because it's like, a failure would be technically, I guess, when something doesn't get enough views. But for us, no, it's just we honestly, I don't think we have had any I cannot think of anything that we're not proud of. There are some videos that we like more than others, obviously, but I don't think there are any failures, because I don't know, we don't really measure it in our heads. We don't think we don't think of ourselves as YouTubers, which is really weird, because it's like it's one of our main, it's what we're known for. But in my head, I'm Talena. In our heads, we're magicians, and we just do our job. We do our jobs, and we're teachers too. So it's like, we're just that's what we do, and like YouTube is on the side. So it's so it's just, I don't really sadly I don't really have anything.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
actually,
That's
you know,
great.
like off,
That's
the,
actually great.
off record related. One thing I forgot to mention this. This isn't going to be recorded. This is going to edit it out. This particular part. You know, when we bid like the formal goodbye from our YouTube channel, from this, you know, like formal ending to the channel, will be don't leave as of yet because we have something to talk to you about. Okay, so we'll start going.
Sure.
Here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. Pardon, that was a fantastic question. And
Keep going. We're here all night. Let's do it.
well, that's awesome. That's
We would
fantastic.
love to.
Yeah, we'd love to, but fortunately, we don't all have our time constraints. We'd love to talk to Charles more because he had such amazing stories to share. And yeah, honestly, I'll be very honest. You know, when I see you on the internet, when any of us see, when we see you on, you know, like on YouTube with this very funny guy, and who'd know that a funny guy like you had such amazing stories to tell? You know, it's just very unpredictable.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know if you think it's funny, but if you're entertained, I'm happy.
They're definitely funny. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't disagree with that. They're definitely good. I mean, the one thing that I love about your videos, you know, there was this one video where Tada and you know, you guys went, you know, like robbery, hijacking something, I guess, all right? And this is a topic that a lot of people would do videos on, but nobody would do it the way you guys did it. You know, like
The stupid robbers.
yeah, the stupid robbery.
Yeah,
That one, yeah.
I'm laughing because of what happened to the Stokes twins when they faked a robbery. I don't know if you guys saw that. News.
Okay. All right, now you wanted to put an inside joke about Stokes, so you're like, you know, like let them be where they are.
No. I don't know if you saw it. It's kind of sad for them actually, but that they are right now they are being charged with felony because of a prank they did, like, you know, when they play, like, you know, robbers, right? And and funny you bring that video up.
Yeah.
Funny,
Yeah, and plus, you know, the video that you released when Stoke Twins was heavily inspired by your video, and you the way you responded was awesome, and this is very mature. That's really fantastic. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I gotta thank Tada a lot for that, because if it's, you know, like I try to answer it as maturely as possible, but I had a few more. There are a few things that I cut it out that Tada told me to cut out because he was like, I think you're being too mean here, and so okay, because I didn't know, I didn't want them to feel attacked or anything. I was just pointing it out, and I realized after that actually it didn't only happen to us. It happened to like all the creators, like Epicism, like, you know, that they did that with, you know, they took the ideas of. I don't really understand why though. Why someone would do that? I don't get it. It's like, you know, it's weird to me, but yeah.
No problem. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We had a lot of fun filming it as usual.
We're done?
Yeah? No, not yet. We're just going. Yeah. If you please do the boring part of telling people to subscribe.
Oh, I think that should be done by Fardin.
Exactly.
Subscribe,
too
guys.
much.
Like this video and subscribe. Like this video. Subscribe to the Dinner Convo, and then you activate the notification bell so that you are aware of every single video that comes out. And don't forget to leave a comment below if you want the four hosts to take their shirts off.
Yeah,
you guys have to listen.
That was so random.
That was way better.
Yeah, so we're going off.
And also, guys, don't forget to check out Charles the Friend. He's a fantastic YouTuber.
You guys should check it. He deserves more subscribers. His videos have like 4 to 5 million views, so he deserves at least 1 million subs. Both him and his friend who run the channel jointly. Yeah. And check him out. Check our other videos. We'll leave the playlist below. And yeah, have a safe week, man, and have a safe week, everyone. And make sure you do good wherever you go. That's our punchline.